So today we're looking at a piece of hardware that it really changes how you can think about a workspace. We're doing a deep dive on the NTI ST-IPC6FOUSB4K-L-POE.
It is a bit of a mouthful, isn't it?
It really is.
But essentially what we're talking about is a 4K HDMI USB KVM extender. But the key part is over IP.
Right. And I want to jump on that because before anyone thinks this is just another, cable extender, this is doing something fundamentally different.
It really is. It's solving that problem of physical distance by using standard networking. It's not just trying to force a raw signal down a super long wire.
And what kind of distance are we talking about here?
Well, the NTI unit, it claims to push an Ultra HD 4K by 2K resolution up to 394 feet.
Wait, 394 feet. That's about 120 meters.
Exactly.
Pushing 3840 by 2160 at, 30 hertz over that distance? I mean, you'd expect some serious signal problems.
Yep.
So what's the mechanism? Is it some proprietary signal just using a CATx table?
No, and that's the beautiful part. Because it's over IP, it's actually packetizing the video, the USB, all of it into standard TCP/IP traffic.
Ah, so it's just data on a Gigabit Ethernet network.
Precisely. You connect the transmitter and the receiver with a CT5e or 6 or 7 cable, but it just behaves like any other network device.
So in theory, I could plug this into a standard managed network switch.
You can. And that's where things get really interesting, opening up options that simple point-to-point extenders just dream of.
Okay, but what about latency? 4K is a lot of data.
It is. And at 30 hertz, it's really optimized for clarity and reliability, not necessarily for, say, high refresh rate gaming. Think more like control rooms, medical imaging, digital signs.
Places where pixel-perfect accuracy matters more than frames per second.
You got it. It's a workstation tool.
And it seems like it's built to be OS agnostic.
Yeah.
The specs mention Windows, Linux, Mac OS.
It has to be. The computer on the other end just sees a standard keyboard and mouse. It has no idea the actual peripherals are a football field away.
Okay, let's talk about the setup. The PoE, in that very long model name, is doing some heavy lifting here.
It definitely cleans things up. Imagine you're deploying, 20 of these in a server room. The last thing you want is 20 separate power adapters.
Those big wall warts, yeah.
With power over Ethernet, you just plug in the one network cable and you're live. Power and data, all in one.
Simple. Now, what about the control side? I see it has bidirectional IR. Is that for, controlling a TV that's being used as a monitor?
Yeah, that's one use case. You can use a remote at the receiver end to control the source device, or the other way around. But honestly, the more interesting part is the USB. It's fully hot pluggable.
Meaning I can swap a flash drive or a keyboard at my desk without needing to reboot or reset anything.
Exactly. Swap out a mouse, plug in a touchscreen, a flash drive, whatever. It just works.
Okay, so it's a very robust point-to-point extender. But then I look at the price tag. The MSRP is around $675. That feels a little steep if I'm just trying to move my PC into the next room.
And if that's all you were doing, I'd agree. This is professional-grade hardware. But that price starts to make a whole lot more sense when you look beyond point-to-point.
You're talking about the video wall capabilities.
This is where over IP really shines. You're not limited to one transmitter and one receiver.
The many-to-many connections.
Right. You use a gigabit switch as a matrix. You can send one source to multiple screens or have multiple sources going to different screens all through the same network infrastructure.
The specs mention video walls up to an 8x16 grid.
That's a 128 screen matrix.
128 screens from one system.
Managed through their software, yes. Normally, a video wall controller that can handle that kind of setup would cost a fortune. It's basically built into this hardware.
That is a huge value add. Does it handle things like screen orientation?
It does. The software lets you rotate displays 90, 180, or 270 degrees. So if you're building a creative display with vertical screens in a lobby, you're not fighting with the operating system or the monitor settings. The extender itself handles the rotation.
So this completely shifts the use case. It's not just remote computer access anymore. This is complex AV distribution.
It really blurs the line between what we think of as IT infrastructure and a professional AV setup. You can have all your powerful, noisy computers locked away in a secure, climate-controlled server room.
And then have silent, heat-free workstations scattered all over a building. Or a massive dynamic video wall in the lobby, all running on the same hardware.
It completely decouples the brains of the computer from its face. The physical location of the PC becomes almost irrelevant to the user experience.
Which means, if the computer's invisible, and the only connection you need is a standard network port, You can stop designing offices around cable lengths and PC ventilation. You can start designing spaces purely for the people in them.
We're moving toward the silent office.
Something to think about next time you hear that fan whirring away under your desk.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
My pleasure.